The second truth, the noble truth of the origin of suffering. What now is the noble truth of the origin of suffering? It is that craving, which gives rise to fresh rebirth, and, bound up with pleasure and lust, now here, now there, finds ever fresh delight. There is the sensual craving, the craving for eternal existence, the craving for temporal happiness. But where does this craving arise and take root? Wherever in the world there is the delightful and pleasurable, there this craving arises and takes root. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind are delightful and pleasurable. There this craving arises and takes root. Forms, sounds, smells, tastes, bodily touches, and ideas are delightful and pleasurable. There this craving arises and takes root. Consciousness, sense contact, the feeling born of sense contact, perception, will, craving, thinking, and reflecting are delightful and pleasurable. There this craving arises and takes root. If, namely, when perceiving a visible form, a sound, odor, taste, bodily contact, or an idea in the mind, the object is pleasant, one is attracted, and if unpleasant, one is repelled. Thus, whatever kind of feeling one experiences, pleasant, unpleasant, or indifferent, one approves of and cherishes the feeling and clings to it. And while doing so, lust springs up. But lust for feelings means clinging to existence, and on clinging to existence depends the action, process of becoming. On the process of becoming depends future birth, and dependent on birth are decay and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair. Thus arises this whole mass of suffering. This is called the noble truth of the origin of suffering. Verily, due to sensuous craving, conditioned through sensuous craving, impelled by sensuous craving, entirely moved by sensuous craving, kings fight with kings, princes with princes, priests with priests, citizens with citizens, the mother quarrels with the son with the mother, the father with the son with the father, brother quarrels with brother, brother with sister, sister with brother, friend with friend. Thus, given to dissension, quarreling and fighting, they fall upon one another with fists, sticks, or weapons, and thereby they suffer death or deadly pain. And further, due to sensuous craving, conditioned through sensuous craving, impelled by sensuous craving, entirely moved by sensuous craving, people break into houses, rob and plunder, pillage whole houses, commit highway robbery, seduce the wives of others. Then the rulers have such people caught and inflict on them various forms of punishment, and thereby they incur death or deadly pain. Now, this is the misery of sensuous craving, the heaping up of suffering in this present life, due to sensuous craving, conditioned through sensuous craving, caused by sensuous craving, entirely dependent on sensuous craving. And further, people take the evil way in deeds, the evil way in words, the evil way in thoughts, not in the air, nor ocean midst, nor hiding in the mountain clefts. Not wilt thou find a place on earth where thou art freed from evil deeds. For owners of their deeds are the beings, heirs of their deeds. Their deeds are the womb from which they sprang. With their deeds they are bound up. Their deeds are their refuge. Whatever their deeds they do, good or evil, of such they will be the heirs. And wherever the beings spring into existence, there their deeds will ripen. And wherever their deeds ripen, there they will earn the fruits of those deeds. There will come a time when the mighty ocean will dry up, vanish, and be no more. There will come a time when the mighty earth will be devoured by fire, perish, and be no more. But yet there will be no end to the suffering of beings who, obstructed by ignorance and ensnared by craving, are hurrying and hastening through this round of rebirths.